Good day, everyone. My name is Queenie Garbo, and I am your moderator for today. For our panel discussion, we will have a lively exchange of opinion in peer pressure. To formally introduce to you all of our panelists, we have Cheryl Sanchez, Kian Villacarlos, Angelica Navarro, and Cherry Lusabando. First, let's have a brief moment of explaining what peer pressure is. As a child, we were never alone. There will always be friends out there ready to play with us. But as we grow older, we might be influenced on what our environment has shown us, thus creating a unique different types of people. But it doesn't change the fact that we want to be accepted. To first give her views on the positive influence of peer pressure, let's have Cheryl Sanchez.
When you hear the word peer pressure, all you think about is its negative effects. But peer pressure can also be a positive influence to your child. There's no way of knowing exactly how your child will be affected, but peer pressure can influence any area of your children's life, from their taste in music to the choice of school subject.
Thank you, Cheryl. Now, let's hear from Angelica.
In peer pressure, it will be most likely to get a negative effects from this present generation. Teenagers aren't guided properly by their parents, hence resulting to a sometimes an unacceptable behavior. We behave differently in our house and school, so there will always be a one friend, maybe not one, but most of them will be a bad influence due to the environment that they grew up with.
Thank you, Angelica, for sharing your views, and I could definitely understand what's your point here. I agree that we act different at home and in school, so there might be possibilities that some children are straying in the right path without the knowledge of their parents. Now, let's proceed to the question. Is peer pressure harmful to teenagers?
From my point of view, I cannot see peer pressure as harmful to us teenagers because as maturity hits us, we know what is the difference of right and wrong, thus leading us to choosing the right circle of friends.
How about you, Miss Cherry Lusabando?
For me, peer pressure is harmful to all of us, especially teenagers in this generation. As what Kian said, maturity will definitely be upon us, but the truth is, not everyone can be mature. So, this will still lead to behavioral problem or it can cause harm to teenagers.
I respect your view, but this all lead how the parents raise the child. Parents wants the best for their children and undoubtedly guide their child to the right path.
But are all parents like that? If that's so, then why do we have orphanage? If parents want to guide and raise their children, they wouldn't abandon those children who are in need of parenting. Therefore, not all parents are responsible and is to be blamed by behavioral problems of a child causing negative peer pressure.
Maybe some children were abandoned, but the parenting they need from their biological parents were filled by their foster parents. Like so, good children were raised. And the fact is, those who are an orphan is most likely to have a good behavior.
Raised in a good environment or not, people will still be influenced to those who surrounds them. And in consequence, they'll develop new behavior, either positive one or negative.
That was intense, as I believe they did stand their ground right, and just by listening to them, I concluded that you can view peer pressure as negative and positive according to your circle of friends. But then, children won't be affected if they were raised to have self-confidence and self-esteem. For that reason, parents have a big role in peer pressure. And that's the end of our discussion. Thank you for your time and have a good day.